Hey guys, how are all of you beautiful people? Hope all of you are doing fine, and yes, this is the new series Naruto God Level Modifier. In the world of Naruto, Toyota Hiro got the Super Modifier System. So let's start without any delay. A huge amount of chakra burst out from his body. The massive chakra formed a chakra wall around Hiro's body, making him instantly possess an absolute defense, resisting the joint attack of Fuguki and Jinpachi. Hiro had completely blocked the attack of these two ninjas. A strong explosion sound and strong shock wave followed their attacks, but Hiro's body didn't move an inch from its place. There was a loud blasting sound, and the surrounding area around Hiro filled with smoke, which was even louder than the sound of the water flowing in the Kirin River. It can only be said that Hiro's performance just now was perfect. It was the first time that Hiro used Susanoo, and it is currently Hiro's strongest secret move. After all, Susanoo has both offensive and defensive capabilities simultaneously, which is truly amazing. The same is true in the original work. Each pair of Mangekyou Sharinganais has different Susanoo, is equipped with different weapons, and has completely different colors. Uchiha Itachi's Susanoo was red, Sasuke's Susanoo was purple, Shisui's Susanoo was green, Madara's was Susanoo blue. The weapons of each Susanoo are also different. Hiro's Susanoo is pure white. The huge dazzling white Susanoo looked completely different from Itachi and others' Susanoo. His Susanoo seems to be more special and dazzling than the other Susanoo in the original book. It was in the shape of a skeleton. Its skeleton was completely made by chakra, but there are still some gaps in the soles of the feet. The huge skeleton was more than 10 meters in height, like a high wall. What is this? Monster, this terrifying amount of chakra, what is this? Both Fuguki and Jinpachi were stunned, just like other hidden mist ninjas. What kind of monster is this? Fuguki and Jinpachi looked at Susanoo with a surprise that filled their eyes, and then the surprise turned to shock because Hiro's Susanoo looked just too weird. What kind of ninjutsu is this? Fuguki and Jinpachi were shocked to the core. The color of Hiro's Susanoo is pure white, but it was only in skeleton shape because it was only at the initial stage, the skeletal Susanoo, the first shape of Susanoo. Susanoo will continue to grow stronger and then evolve at the end. Susanoo is divided into 4 stages: skeletal Susanoo, humanoid Susanoo, armored Susanoo, and the complete Susanoo. Right now, Hiro's Susanoo is only at the initial stage, but as his eye's power continues to increase, Susanoo will evolve and get stronger. In the skeleton Susanoo shape, Hiro can only use the simplest attack method, the physical attack. But at this time, it is more than enough. He felt a slight burning in his eyes, and it is evident that Susanoo will bring more load to his eyes than other abilities. But luckily, Hiro has intermediate sage body, which made this load reduce to a minimum. The white Susanoo was very tall, and Hiro looked like a god inside it, looking down on all hidden mist ninjas. He was looking at Fuguki and Jinpachi as if he was looking at ants. Their backs filled with cold sweat. All the hidden mist ninjas in this camp were silent, and they didn't dare to make a sound. They all felt like they were facing a furious beast, and Hiro's Susanoo looked scarier than a tailed beast in their eyes. The joint attack of Fuguki and Jinpachi just now didn't have any effect on Hiro. But there was a huge pit on the ground, surrounded by big holes spreading dozens of meters, but Hiro's Susanoo stood there majestically, which made Hiro look even more terrifying. At this time, Hiro finally moved. Susanoo stretched out his hand and directly grabbed Jinpachi. Jinpachi was almost instantly caught, and he was caught without any resistance, and he couldn't get rid of Susanoo's giant arm, even if he wanted to. Damn it! Jinpachi cursed in a furious voice. You can die now. Hiro's voice was like God of Death's voice, without any emotion or hesitation. Jinpachi saw that Hiro was about to kill him, but he couldn't break free. As Hiro closed his palm inside the Susanoo, Jinpachi was directly pinched to death, and he was like an ant being squeezed to death by Hiro. After using Susanoo, Hiro's strength will surpass an ordinary kid-level ninja, not to mention, he was already injured by Hiro before, so of course, he wouldn't be able to stop nor resist Hiro's attack at all. Jinpachi's blood spattered from Susanoo's big palm. Hiro looked very relaxed as he squeezed Jinpachi as an ant, then he turned and looked at Fuguki from high above. As soon as Susanoo came out, Hiro became almost invincible. Even Fuguki, the captain of the 7 ninja swordsmen, became scared when Hiro looked at him, not to mention the normal hidden mist ninjas who don't have any chance nor dare to resist Hiro's attack. Seeing the situation was very bad for the hidden mist, and he immediately held same harder in his hand tightly. Fuguki knows his strength very well, and after seeing Jinpachi's death, he knew that his chances for survival weren't high, so he immediately turned around and fled, trying to get out of this place as fast as possible. Fuguki no longer has thoughts about fighting against Hiro after seeing his true strength. So he ran away at a very fast speed. At this time, there was only one thought in his mind, to escape from the area where Hiro was. The farther, the better. Want to escape? Hiro's expression remained unchanged. Hiro dissipated Susanoo. As Susanoo's white chakra disappeared, Hiro shouted with a loud voice, Flying Ragen Jutsu. That's right, when Hiro fought with Fuguki a few minutes ago, he already left a Flying Ragen mark on his body. Through Flying Ragen mark, Hiro has completely blocked all Fuguki's escape routes, so no matter where he runs, he won't be able to escape from Angle of Death. Hiro's body instantly disappeared from where he was standing, then appeared behind Fuguki in a blink of an eye. Fuguki's senses told him that he was in great danger at this moment, which made him very scared because he knew that Hiro would catch up with him very soon. He subconsciously put same harder in front of him to block Hiro's attack, but Hiro's movements were much faster than his. Chidori Sharp Spear. The only voice Fuguki heard before his heart being directly pierced by Hiro's attack was bird song. Fuguki's eyes widened from the shock, and he couldn't believe that a 10-year-old kid killed him. Fuguki Tsukazan, killed. The body of Fuguki fell to the ground softly, his pupils were dilated, the light in his eyes gradually disappeared, and even after his death, the expression of unwillingness and anxiety was written all over his face. Fuguki couldn't think that he would die, and he thought he could escape. After all, he was the captain of the 7 ninja swordsmen, and he himself was proficient in assassination and escaping. So he thought he could escape alive, but Hiro caught him and then killed him. What is more, he was killed by a 9-year-old kid. He was killed, just like this. Killed by this kid, he couldn't even resist. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully completing the task, killing Fuguki Tsukazan. The host got Mankai Go Sharingan modifying permission. The female voice of the system rang in Hiro's ears. Hiro felt very light after hearing the system prompt. In any way, Hiro finally completed this task, successfully killed Fuguki Tsukazan, and got Mankai Go Sharingan modifying permission. For Hiro, the task reward was more significant than anything else. Using modifying permission, he can get new and powerful abilities, which will make his strength move to another level. He was very worried that something would prevent him from killing Fuguki, but now and after getting the task reward, he was finally relieved. Moreover, he can no longer wait, so Hiro directly entered the modifier space after putting away the two ninja swords, Same Hada and the Shibuki. Inside the modifier space. Ding! It is detected that the host has Mankai Go Sharingan modifying permission. Does host want to use it now? After the female voice rang again, Hiro looked happy and said without hesitation, use. Suddenly, various Mankai Go Sharingan abilities appeared in front of Hiro. Amaterasu, Tsukuyomi. Amaterasu, Flame Controlling. Kotoamatsukami. The abilities of various Mankai Go Sharingan were displayed. Hiro looked a little bit excited. In fact, Hiro has already thought about which one of these abilities he will choose this time. I want Sasuke's Mankai Go Sharingan abilities, Amaterasu and Flame Controlling. Hiro thought for a few seconds, then said. After all, Amaterasu is the strongest attack method, and adding Flame Controlling ability. The combination of the two will definitely make Amaterasu stronger than Itachi's from the original work. If there is only Amaterasu, the attack method is relatively weak and can be easily avoided. How strong Amaterasu will be if Flame Controlling ability was added to it? For example, Sasuke in the middle and late stages of the original story was very powerful. The combination of Amaterasu and Flame Controlling ability will definitely make Amaterasu far stronger. And more importantly, what Hiro lacks right now is such a powerful attack method. After all, he has the best escaping method with the Flying Ragen Jutsu, and Susanoo is an absolute defense ability. What he lacks is a strong attack method, such as Amaterasu. That's why Hiro wants to get Sasuke's abilities, Amaterasu and Flame Controlling. Congratulations to the host. The modification was successful. Suddenly, Hiro felt a burning sensation in his eyes. He felt as if a new kind of ability seemed to have been added to his eyes, which was the ability of Amaterasu and Flame Controlling. Kamui, blur, Amaterasu and Flame Controlling. Hiro thought to himself. He felt very refreshed. After seeing Hiro killed both Fuguki and Jinpachi at the battle, the hidden mist ninjas inside the stronghold were in chaos. As a matter of fact, they were completely panicked. Even Fuguki-sama. Impossible, I must be dreaming. Both Fuguki-sama and Jinpachi-sama were killed in his hand, and the ninjutsu that he used just now. Run, let's run quickly. If we don't run, he will kill all of us. The hidden mist ninjas started running away for their lives because they knew staying here would only mean death for them. At this time, Hiro was like a wolf entered a flock. His expression was indifferent, and he said faintly, Amaterasu. Hiro opened his six-pointed stars Mankai Go Sharingan, the black flames hitting everywhere. These black flames as if they came from hell, burning the bodies of these hidden mist ninjas. What? This flame, this is. Hiro wanted to try the power of Amaterasu, so he deliberately used the power of Amaterasu to an extreme, but seeing the result, a smile appeared on Hiro's face. Yes, as expected of Amaterasu, very terrifying. Hiro stopped using Amaterasu because Amaterasu consumes too much chakra. As Hiro looked around him, he saw corpses everywhere, all of which belonged to the hidden mist ninjas. The corpses of these hidden mist ninjas were everywhere, and Hiro easily destroyed the stronghold. It's over, Hiro said lightly to himself. Hiro has already thought about destroying everything here, and then he looked around and directly released Ninjutsu, Fire Style, Fireball Jutsu. The flames billowed out, and thick smoke continued rising to the sky. When Hiro released the Fire Ninjutsu just now, he injected more chakra into it, which made it more powerful than before. The flames of the Fireball Ninjutsu burned the stronghold to the ground. Although Fireball Ninjutsu is a very ordinary ninjutsu, the modified Fireball Ninjutsu by the system is extraordinary. The stronghold turned into ashes in a few minutes. Hiro believed that the hidden mist ninjas would come here soon. After confirming that there was no survivor in the stronghold, Hiro finally chose to leave. From afar, Hiro saw a few hidden mist ninjas approaching. He smiled faintly, then his body disappeared. Flying Raijin Jutsu. Hiro teleported away. The sky was gradually dimming, and it was already close to dusk. Watching fire rising up from the stronghold from a distance, and the shouts of the hidden mist ninjas can be heard from a distance. A faint smile appeared on Hiro's face. He finally chooses to return to the Konoha camp without hesitation. The fire rose from the hidden mist stronghold to the sky. At this time, other hidden mist ninjas nearby had discovered something wrong with the stronghold, so they immediately sent support, but it was too late. Hiro had already left using the Flying Raijin Jutsu. He left this place and returned to Konoha camp. Inside Konoha camp, it was already dusk. The golden sun and the evening clouds, as if they were merging with each other. The sunset scenery was breathtaking. Hiro's body flashed a few times before returning to Konoha camp. Outside the camp, the guarding ninjas noticed Hiro's arrival. Hiro is now wearing a beautiful blue ninja outfit. He looked more handsome, not to mention his aura, perhaps because all these fighting and killing on the battlefield during this period gave Hiro a very sharp edge, as if he became another person more mature. Hiro's calm performance always will attract the attention of the people around him. The guarding ninjas said to each other in a joyful voice, "Hiro-sama is back. It's Hiro-sama. Hiro-sama has returned safely." Everyone was happy and delighted because they saw Hiro's strength, so they became more confident and comfortable after his return. Hiro is the backbone of the entire Konoha camp at this time, and Hiro's strength is evident to all of them. All the Konoha ninjas trust and depend on Hiro, and all of them have shown great respect and admiration to Hiro. And every one of them had heard that Hiro went alone to find Fuguki Tsukazan, so they were all apprehensive about Hiro's safety. After all, Fuguki is the captain of the 7 ninja swordsmen. However, Hiro rushed forward to kill him alone, which made everyone worried, and they couldn't help but sigh in emotion. All of them were worried about Hiro's safety. At this time, seeing Hiro returning safely, everyone felt delighted. A stone has fallen from their hearts. Inside the camp, Hiro saw Inoshika CH Trio came out to welcome him. Not only the Inoshika CH Trio, but Kakashi, Obito, and others also came out. They even walked out directly, smiling at Hiro with eyes filled with surprise and happiness. In the end, even Guy walked out in silence to welcome Hiro with them. Shikaku was relieved. No matter what, as long as Hiro returns safely, everything else is fine. He was afraid that something would happen. After all, Hiro is very important to Konoha village, and Hiro is one of the future pillars of the Konoha village, so he mustn't get hurt. So Shikaku was relieved after seeing him came back, but he also cared about the results of Hiro's attack. "Hiro, you had left after leaving a note, and it shocked us. Fuguki Tsukazan is the captain of the assassination unit in the Hidden Mist village. He has very powerful strength, and he has always been cunning and cautious. We still need to discuss some strategies if we want to deal with him." The nearby Inoichi and Chisa nodded again and again. Chisa looked at Hiro and said, "Yes, the 3 of us have fought against Fuguki Tsukazan. And when we had the upper hand in the fight, that guy quickly escaped. So it will be a bit difficult for us to kill him. The cooperating of the Inoshika-CH trio is very powerful. When they work together, their strength will reach the Kage level, which is why Konoha still hasn't lost against the Hidden Mist. Inoshika-CH trio once fought against the Fuguki Tsukazan, so Chisa thought that they knew Fuguki more than Hiro. Hearing what Chisa said, Hiro smiled lightly and said calmly, "Okay, I know. Yes, Fuguki. Tsukazan is like a fox, very cunning, and more importantly, his strength is powerful and extraordinary. He can be ranked at least at the top 3 among the 7 ninja swordsmen of the Hidden Mist." Everyone nodded as if they were comforting Hiro. Obviously, none of them thought that Hiro could kill Fuguki, so they all said that. In fact, they were comforting Hiro. As for other things, they didn't care because Hiro returned safely, and that's what matters. What's more, Hiro has only been out for 1 day. At such a short time, he may not even have found the hiding place of Fuguki. Everyone thought like this, especially Shikaku. But they didn't know that Hiro had mastered the Flying Raijin Jutsu, which means he could go anywhere he wanted to in an instant. Shikaku smiled and said, "Hiro, I don't know if you have discovered the location of Fuguki Tsukazan this time. I think we can put a plan to kill him with one full sweep. We are gradually grasping the situation here, and I feel that we do have a great advantage on the Hidden Mist battlefield." When Hiro saw Shikaku speaking like this, he smiled faintly and said, "Well, don't worry, I have already killed Fuguki Tsukazan." "Yes, you killed him," Shikaku subconsciously said, and then reacted, and raised his head in shock. "What did you say?" Hiro's expression was still very calm, and he shrugged and said, "I killed Fuguki. By the way, there was one more member of the 7 ninja swordsmen with him, so I killed him too." "What?" both Chisa and Inoichi said in shocked voices together. They were all shocked behind the scenes. Chisa and Inoichi almost thought that they had heard it wrong. What he just said. He actually killed Fuguki Tsukazan. But seeing the calm smile on Hiro's face, his expression didn't change even a little bit, but what he said made the 3 of them and all Konoha ninjas shocked, excited, and unable to calm down. "I found the Hidden Mist stronghold where Fuguki was located. I killed him and Jinpachi, and I also destroyed the stronghold. Right now, among the 7 ninja swordsmen, there should be only 1 member left, Maingetsu Hozuki," Hiro said lightly. This news shocked everyone. The Konoha's ninjas became very quiet as if the darkness swallowed their voices. When Hiro told them what he did, the expressions on everyone's faces were very dull. Chisa opened his mouth slightly. His face and eyes were filled with shock. Shikaku didn't speak either, but the astonishment in his eyes showed what kind of state his mind was in right now. As for Inoichi, who stood in silence, there was only a wry smile on his face. The expressions of the Konoha ninjas were clear in Hiro's eyes. In their eyes and faces, he saw surprise, shock, and unbelief. Everyone was shocked and couldn't believe that Hiro had achieved such an impossible thing. Although Hiro is very powerful, killing the captain of assassination unit Fuguki Tsukazan is a completely different thing, so everyone felt hard at believing. It was like a dream for them. "Hiro, what you said just now, is it true?" Chisa still couldn't believe it. Hiro smiled and said, "Of course, I will never lie about something like this." The Konoha's ninjas finally came back to their senses, and their eyes filled with surprise as they looked at Hiro. "It's awesome, as expected of Hiro-sama. Yeah, he became too strong." Looking at the 5 great villages, almost no one can achieve such an amazing achievement at such young age, right? I didn't expect that Hiro-sama would lead us to this point. The 7 ninja swordsmen of the Hidden Mist, all of them killed except Maingetsu Hozuki, none of them was Hiro-sama's opponent. Yes. Everyone kept talking as they were looking at Hiro with respect and awe. They were stunned and convinced completely. Right now, Hiro's prestige and reputation reached a new peak, which has made countless people admire him very much. It also made these Konoha ninjas show respect from the bottom of their hearts when they mentioned Hiro's name. After all, Hiro's performance was mind-blowing. He almost became a myth in Konoha ninjas' minds. Among the 7 ninja swordsmen, Hiro killed 4 by himself. He almost destroyed the 7 ninja swordsmen by himself, and the Hidden Mist ninjas must be completely frightened right now after receiving this news. Hiro reversed the whole situation of the battle, making everyone admire Hiro even more. Hiro is too powerful. Yeah, but I really can't think how a 9-year-old kid can have this kind of strength. The voices of admiration continued non-stop. From the bottom of their hearts, they admired Hiro from the bottom of their hearts and felt that having Hiro was like a very strong backbone. Hiro's achievements on the battlefield this time made him a legend in the heart of Konoha's ninjas. People will talk about Hiro's deeds and regarded him as a legend on the battlefield for a long time. The most important thing is that Hiro is less than 10 years old now, and at this age, he has created such a legend. Even in the strongest village in Ninja World, Konoha Village, something like that is unprecedented, let alone the other 4 great villages. It's just right. It seems we can celebrate tonight. I want to eat more meat, and it's been a long time since I've been so comfortable. During this time on the battlefield, I feel that I have lost some weight. Chisa said with a smile. Hearing what Chisa said, Hiro glanced at his fat body and tingling belly again. Hiro couldn't help but laugh dumbly. Chisa felt very embarrassed after saying that. Thinking of nature, the Akimichi family, Hiro was quite speechless. Hiro also saw Guy's long-lost smile. Hearing the legendary victory of Hiro, and he almost destroyed the 7 ninja swordsmen, Guy was finally relieved a little bit. Not only Guy, but Kakashi, Obito, and others are also like this. In any case, Hiro's achievement was outstanding this time. In this battle between the Hidden Mist Village and Konoha Village, Konoha finally gained a slight advantage on the battlefield, but most importantly, Hiro's victory is the first victory of Konoha Village since the beginning of the battle between the 2 villages. And all this was brought by Hiro. The news that Hiro killed Fuguki soon spread all over the Hidden Mist Village, and the Hidden Mist was shocked. Even the 3rd Mitsukage was frightened. After hearing the news, he stayed in the Mitsukage's office alone for a long time, and no one dared to go in and disturb him. The next day, more shocking news came out. The news was that any Hidden Mist ninja could kill Hiro. Not only he will be rewarded with a 100 million ryo, that ninja will also be directly promoted to the captain of the Hidden Mist Assassination Unit, taking over the previous position of Fuguki Tsukazan. It can be seen that the 3rd Mitsukage started seeing Hiro as a great danger for his village. Hiro's performance was indeed quite amazing. This is the first time the Hidden Mist has had such a big battle since its creation, and Hiro did all this. The Hidden Mist ninjas were all shocked. They didn't expect the 3rd Mitsukage to offer such a high bounty for Hiro's head, which shows that Hiro is the terrifying enemy on the battlefield. The 7 ninja. 7 ninja swordsmen, Hiro killed 4 of them by himself. The new bounty for Hiro's head from the Hidden Mist village soon reached the Konoha camp. Everyone was surprised by this high bounty. Shikaku thought for a while, then said seriously, "Hiro, you must be careful from now on. The Hidden Mist is focusing on you. Now, you play a great role in the battlefield of the Hidden Mist village, so you must be very careful. Don't worry. I know what to do." Hiro nodded. Hearing Hiro's words, Shikaku didn't say more because he knows that Hiro is well measured. After receiving the Hidden Mist village news, Hiro was very calm, but he wasn't in a hurry at all. He is now busy with another thing, which is eating barbecue. In order to celebrate this great victory, Chisa personally made the barbecue and then invited Hiro and others to eat. Everyone had a full meal, and they were very happy. Chisa's barbecue skills were quite good. This guy is a super foodie. Hiro admired this aspect of him very much, and more importantly, he was completely convinced by his delicious barbecue. They were eating the barbecue without any worry. The Hidden Mist won't dare to attack them for a while. After all, Hiro and Inoshika trio are guarding the Konoha camp. The strength of Shikaku, Inoichi, and Chisa isn't bad. So the Hidden Mist definitely won't dare to attack them so easily, especially after losing 6 members of the 7 ninja swordsmen. After knowing that the Hidden Mist wouldn't attack them, Hiro and the others spent a few days relaxing. After a few days, a Konoha's intelligence ninja suddenly arrived. He brought a message from the village. "Urgent messages from the village, Shikaku-sama," the intelligence ninja said in a hurry. Shikaku nodded his head, and his expression was solemn. He took the scroll from the intelligence ninja. After reading it carefully, he looked at Hiro and said, "Hiro, this message is for you, and you can read by yourself." The moment Hiro saw the scroll that the intelligence ninja gave to Shikaku, he knew this message was sent to him because there was a unique mark on the scroll, and this mark only can be used by Anbu. The scroll has news sent by the 3rd Hokage. This news inside the scroll is related to Kushina. According to the scroll, there is something wrong with Kushina. In the past few days, her control over Kyuubi weakened, so Hiro had to return to the village and help them subduing Kyuubi in Kushina's body. After reading the information inside the scroll, Hiro instinctively felt something was wrong. But what confused Hiro very much was that he helped the village suppress Kyuubi and then sealed it inside Kushina's body not long ago, so it shouldn't be able to break the seal anytime soon. So what the hell happened during his absence? There is something wrong with this scroll. He has a hunch that there is something wrong, and he knows in his heart that the 3rd Hokage wouldn't let him return to the village for no reason. Is there something wrong with Kushina? The more he thought about it, the more he felt something was wrong. It seems that I have to go back to Konoha. The 3rd Hokage temporarily recalled me to the village, Hiro said. What? Both Chisa and Inoichi shouted at the same time when they heard Hiro's words. Everyone inside the tent felt a little helpless and sad because they knew that Hiro would go back to the village. In the past, they won a few battles, and the advantage that Konoha got on the battlefield, all of these wouldn't happen without Hiro. Shikaku said, "Hiro, it seems something big has happened in the village. Otherwise, the Hokage-sama won't be so anxious to let you go back, and you go back first." Hiro nodded, although he was a little bit reluctant. No matter what, he must go back to the village. His reputation on the Hidden Mist battlefield is very high. In fact, he almost killed all the strong ninjas of the Hidden Mist village. Only the 3rd Mitsukage is left. "Don't worry, I will rush back as soon as possible," Hiro said seriously. Hearing what Hiro said, what else could others say? They could only let Hiro go back to the village. Hiro left quickly, and after leaving the camp, Hiro started using body flicker jutsu to move faster on the road. Only Hiro can use something like body flicker jutsu to travel faster all the way from the hidden mist to Konoha. Because he has the sage body that gives him a huge amount of chakra, but other ninjas don't have the sage body like Hiro, so they cannot use the body flicker jutsu in a long journey. Along the way, Hiro heard many things. As he walked through some small villages along the way, he heard many people talking about him. Now Hiro's reputation has begun to spread throughout the ninja world, and it's only a matter of time before everyone knows about him and his legends in ninja world. He became very famous at such a young age, especially after making outstanding achievements on the hidden mist battlefield, making his reputation spread even more widely. Many people were talking about Hiro all over the ninja world, and many young ninjas regarded Hiro as their idol. The name of Konoha's Starlight spread throughout the Naruto world. Hiro gradually became the most outstanding ninja in the hearts of many people. It can be said that Hiro's reputation in Konoha is almost comparable to Minato's. Of course, the current Minato isn't Minato Namikaze, the original work yet. The mission in the Kusagakyo village hidden in the grass, to destroy the Kanabi bridge didn't happen yet, nor has he blocked the hidden Cloud village squad that was led by and killer by his own strength. So Minato's current reputation didn't reach its peak yet. At best, it was comparable to Hiro's current reputation. After all, Hiro killed 4 members of the 7 ninja swordsmen, so Hiro's reputation now is only below Konoha's legendary 3 Sannin. The battlefield is the perfect place if someone wants to get famous and have a reputation rise quickly. Hiro has many achievements on the battlefield, and it can be said that if someone wants to enter the upper management level in Konoha, then the merits are what he needs. With Hiro's current strength, getting merits isn't very hard, so he can get more and more power in Konoha. This is very good for Hiro. After all, with Konoha's current situation, Hiro wouldn't get any benefit from Konoha, but staying in Konoha can maximize the benefits. Although Danza and others in the upper management level of Konoha don't like Hiro at all, Hiro doesn't care about them at all. Danza and others were just like small rocks on Hiro's road. When he has enough strength, he will clean the road from every rock and dirt. As he was thinking, Hiro had already arrived outside Konoha village. Looking at Konoha from a distance, he could see the high walls very clearly. He finally returned to Konoha. After spending several months on the hidden mist battlefield, although his reputation rose, he also felt homesick at the same time. As he moved closer to the village, Hiro saw many people gathered outside the giant gate of the village, and all those came to greet him. Hiro even saw the 3rd Hokage was standing in front of all people. Did something wrong happen in the village? At the village entrance, there was a massive crowd of people standing. At least hundreds of people stood at the village entrance waiting for Hiro. The most eye-catching person in the crowd was also standing at the village entrance. This person was wearing a white cloak with a big fire written on it. This person is Hiruzen Sarutabi, the Sundame Hokage of Konoha. Even Sundame himself came, which was very shocking. He was here to receive Hiro in person. Seeing the village from this close, Hiro took a deep breath and felt comfortable all over his body. The last time Sundame also came out to meet him at the entrance of the village in person was during the Second Ninja War. After the battle between Sannin and the legendary demigod Hanzo, Konoha gained an advantage on the battlefield and achieved a big victory. Sundame came out in person to receive the 3 Sannin. It can be seen that Hiro is enjoying the same treatment as the three Sannin. Not only Sundame but also some villagers that Hiro is familiar with all came out to greet him at the village entrance. They had been waiting at the village entrance for some time, but these villagers weren't tired, nor were they impatient, and they were all waiting happily. The benefits of Hiro's high charm value have shown up. His charm is very lethal to all people, whatever they were, men or women, old or young. Because of his high charm value, everyone has a good impression of Hiro, adding his remarkable achievements in the Hidden Mist battlefield this time. Such an outstanding achievement made Hiro's reputation in the villagers' hearts reach a whole new level. Seeing these villagers walk out one by one, Hiro felt very comfortable. These villagers are very simple. After seeing Hiro coming from afar, a gentle smile appeared on Sundame's old face. This is definitely a treatment that only heroes can get. Hiro himself was a little different than before, then his body flashed and appeared in front of Sundame. Sundame's eyes flashed with joy and relief and said, "Hiro-kun, welcome back." "I am sorry for making everyone wait," Hiro said with a calm voice. "You are worthy of this waiting, Hiro-kun. You did a great job for Konoha this time. If it weren't for you, the Konoha ninjas' situation in the Hidden Mist battlefield would be very dangerous. You are a hero of our Konoha village," Sundame said with a smile, and these words came out from the bottom of his heart. Hearing Sundame's words, a smile appeared on Hiro's face too. "I just did my job. How can it be so simple? Konoha will never forget your merits," Sundame said in a loud voice. Hiro was a little surprised in his heart. Sundame even used this situation to get people's hearts. In front of these villagers, he showed his sincerity to Hiro. Although he used this strategy for himself, it's even more helpful to Hiro. The villagers were looking at Hiro's handsome face excitedly. "Thank you, Hiro-sama, for protecting our village's border. Yeah, we have all heard that you had killed 6 members of the 7 ninja swordsmen." "Ha ha ha, yes, Hiro-sama is amazing." The villagers' eyes were shining as they looked at Hiro's face, plus his high charm value. He looked super handsome and very likable. In their eyes, Hiro has become an absolute hero. Everyone admired Hiro and praised him again and again. Hiro liked listening to villagers' praise, and he was answering them one by one with a soft voice and humble smile. "Thank you." But he felt even more comfortable in his heart. His current reputation is very high inside Konoha, which made Hiro very happy. Hiro, Hiro, Hiro. Hiro, Hiro, Hiro. Because the village entrance was very crowded, no one saw who was the first one that yelled Hiro's name, but the other villagers joined and started yelling Hiro's name with a loud voice. In a few minutes, Hiro's name quickly echoed through the sky of Konoha. This was a grand welcome ceremony, and Hiro was enjoyed this hero treatment. Hiro also saw a lot of familiar faces in the crowd, and he even saw Uchiha Mikoto as she was holding the 1-year-old Uchiha Itakai in her arms, as well as Hayashi Hyuga Hisashi Hyuga, etc. Of course, more importantly, Tsunade and Kyoinai were also in the crowd. Hiro hasn't seen the two of them for a long time. The two were standing a little far from him. Seeing Hiro is so famous, they were pleased in their hearts. But Tsunade's eyes filled with complicated emotions. When Tsunade accepted Hiro as her personal student, he was just a little boy, but in a blink of an eye, he grew into a handsome boy. This boy has gained a lot of reputation in such a short time, and now he let the whole Konoha's villagers love and respect him. His achievements on the battlefield, he was no less than the 3 Sanins. What he most lacks right now is time. Not to mention, Hiro is only 10 years old now. Tsunade is almost certain that in the near future, Hiro's name will definitely be known by the people all over the ninja world, and it will even surpass her reputation and reach a new peak that no one has ever reached. Hiro was treated like a hero by the villagers, and his achievement made everyone in the village respect him. They regarded Hiro as an idol, especially the younger ones. Kuinai was watching from behind excitedly. After all, seeing her boyfriend being treated as a hero made her very happy. More importantly, Hiro killed Fuguki Tsukazan, one of the culprits who killed her father, which made Kuinai feel a little relieved. Kuinai's eyes were shining as she was looking at Hiro's face. Those ruby-like eyes have never left Hiro even for a second. The way that Kuinai is looking at Hiro is obviously different from before, and she was looking at him with admiration, trust, and complete dependence. Because of her father's death, Shinku, Kuinai has only one person to depend on. Under these circumstances, Hiro has become the closest person to Kuinai and the only person she can rely on. Hiro has even taken Shinku's revenge and killed Fuguki Tsukazan, which made Kuinai depend on and trust Hiro even more than before. Hiro is her only family left to a certain extent, and she sees him as her guardian angel. Looking at Kuinai, Hiro noticed the emotional changes in her eyes, which made him smile faintly. Then he looked at Tsunade. A satisfied smile appeared on Tsunade's face when she looked at him. Her direct student has grown up into a powerful ninja, which made her feel very proud. Okay, Hiro-kun, you just returned to the village, take a rest first, and come to see me tomorrow morning, Sundame said seriously and then patted on Hiro's shoulder as if there is an important thing he needs to talk about with Hiro. Hiro didn't say anything. He just nodded. He instantly knew that the Sundame Hokage must have a very important matter to discuss with him. Otherwise, he wouldn't let him come back from the Hidden Mist battlefield in such a hurry. In fact, Hiro was also thinking about this matter in his heart from the moment he left the Hidden Mist battlefield. The villagers gradually left, but there were still many villagers who admired Hiro very much stayed behind. They started giving him all kinds of stuff, especially food, drinks, candies, etc. Seeing how much these villagers love him, Hiro's mood was very good. Now Hiro is very famous, and he has a strong prestige in villagers' hearts. This has brought all kinds of benefits to Hiro. Right now, he has established a strong standing in Konoha. Even if Danzo wants to deal with him, he must weigh the consequences. This is the benefit of fame, prestige, and status. These villagers gave Hiro a lot of things, and of course, he wouldn't turn them down. After all, this is the villagers' wish. Being under such a situation, Hiro could only smile slightly and thank them. After everyone left, Hiro found Kuinai and Tsunade. Tsunade chuckled, and walked toward Hiro with Kuinai, and said with a smile, "You are very popular now, and your achievements on the battlefield are also outstanding. Your prestige and reputation raised very fast, and it is completely beyond my expectation. All this happened because of you, Tsunade-sensei," Hiro said with a polite smile. Tsunade's face turned red, and she stopped talking. Every time Hiro calls her Tsunade-sensei, Tsunade will have a bizarre feeling in her heart because she feels that the distance between her and Hiro increasing every time Hiro calls her like that, and she would feel a strange pain in her heart. Kuinai also walked over. Hiro looked at Kuinai's beautiful face. Her beauty isn't inferior to me or Tsunade or any other girl, making Hiro feel happy and excited in his heart. Kuinai's eyes were full of joy and various emotions as she looked at Hiro's handsome face. Hiro said in a gentle voice, "Kuinai-chan, you should take care of yourself. You look skinny." After Hiro went to the battlefield, Kuinai started getting thinner and thinner because she missed him so much. Hearing Hiro's sweet words, she nodded her head gently and said, "En." Kuinai was thrilled to see Hiro's return safely, and she didn't even know what to say, so she just said in a low voice, "Hiro-kun, I prepared something for you." She was holding a bento in her small hands. Hiro understood that she must be prepared foods that he likes and brought them with her so she could give them to him the moment he returned. After opening the bento, all the meals inside it were still hot and steaming. Looking at the bento in her hands, Hiro felt warm in his heart because he knew how much work she did to prepare such a beautiful bento. This made Hiro love her even more. In this world, Tsunade and Kuinai are the closest people to him, so the more they work hard to make him happy, the better he feels. Seeing her hard work, Hiro started eating right away, tasting Kuinai's dishes and also praising her, which Kuinai smiled sweetly. She gradually started coming out of the shadow of Shinku's death. It seems that as long as she can see Hiro, then everything else is fine. After filling his stomach, he looked at Tsunade again with a smile. Tsunade said at this time, "You came back at the right time. During the time when you weren't at the village, there were some changes in the village, and there are some important things I want to tell you about." Hiro looked at the sky and found that it was already dusk. The night was night. He replied to her, "As you want, Tsunade-sensei." Tsunade nodded her head without saying anything else. Kuinai cleverly said, "You talk first, I have other things to do." Kuinai is a very empathetic girl, and she definitely won't nag or ask him about something if he doesn't want to talk about it. She knows that Hiro must have important things to do. So she acted smartly and gave Hiro and Tsunade some space. Seeing Kuinai behaving like this, Hiro nodded with a gentle smile, "Okay, I will see you tomorrow." Kuinai nodded sweetly. After Kuinai left happily, Tsunade looked at Hiro and said with a slight smile, "Let's go." Hiro followed Tsunade. They walked together and returned to the Senju clan territory. Hiro laughed, then he looked at Tsunade and said, "What did you want to tell me yesterday?" "Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. If you didn't remind me." Tsunade woke up immediately and looked at Hiro seriously. "There have been a lot of things that happened recently, and I just want to remind you." Hearing Tsunade's words, Hiro also became serious and said, "Yes, I also think there is something unusual happening in the village. Otherwise, Sundame wouldn't suddenly recall me. It's a bit strange, and even I don't know what's going on." After Hiro finished, Tsunade nodded slightly, "Yes, I also realized that it is about Danza. He is acting a bit strangely recently." Hiro was surprised in his heart. Is it because of Danza? Hiro just came back to the village, so he hasn't seen Danza yet. But it seems that Danza has made some moves recently. Hiro guessed in his heart that Danza must be planning for something. Otherwise, Sundame wouldn't care about his small movements on normal days. In fact, Hiro didn't find anything strange about his secret activities, considering his personality and ambition. However, Hiro had some speculations in his heart at this time. For Hiro, Danza is a very dangerous person, and he will do anything to get what he wants. "What's wrong with Danza?" Hiro asked. "Danza, I don't know about the whole situation. But Danza and Orochimaru have been very close recently, which is very unexpected. In addition, the relationship between Danza and Sundame seems to have suddenly become very tense. Tsunade thought for a while, then said. Hearing Tsunade's words, Hiro felt even more surprised in his heart. Since this is the case, Hiro has a clear guess in his heart. You don't need to think about this, and you will know everything when you meet Sundame. Didn't he say that he has something he wants to talk about with you today? Tsunade said with a smile. Hiro nodded and said, okay then, you have a good rest. I will go to the Hokage office first. Tsunade blushed immediately when she heard Hiro said that she needed to rest. She nodded, take care. After speaking a while, Hiro turned and then left quickly. Hiro went straight to the Hokage building. In the Hokage building, when the people inside the building saw Hiro, especially the surrounding Anbu members, all greeted Hiro very respectfully, Captain. Hiro-sama. Welcome back. Hiro now has replaced Shinku as the deputy captain of Anbu. After his achievements in the Hidden Mist, the current Hiro have a very high prestige and reputation, and these Anbu members respect him very much. Under this situation, every member of Anbu thinks that Hiro deserves his position as deputy captain of Anbu. Hiro's current prestige in the heart of Anbu members has suppressed Minato's completely. And all of this is because of Hiro's amazing performance on the battlefield. When he arrived at Hokage's office, Hiro knocked on the door gently. Sundame's voice came from inside, please come in. Hiro pushed the door slowly and entered, and he saw Sundame was smoking a cigarette in the office. Seeing Hiro's visitor, his complexion eased a lot, and he couldn't help but show a gentle smile. Then he said, Hiro-kin, you are here. Sundame-sama. Hiro greeted him politely. Sundame carelessly waved his hand and smiled, don't be so polite. You are Konoha's great hero. I happen to have something to discuss with you today. This is also my purpose of finding you yesterday. As he said that, Sundame's expression became serious. Something important to discuss. What do you need me to do, Sundame-sama? Hiro looked at Sundame with a weird expression. Although he has many achievements on the battlefield, Sundame already knows about these achievements in detail, so Hiro was wondering in his heart why Sundame was looking for him. Hearing Hiro's words, Sundame showed a sad smile, then put the pipe in his mouth and took a deep breath. Then he blew smoke out of his mouth slowly and said, in fact, I let you return to the village this time because I want you to help me to do something for me. I won't hide it from you. Hiro didn't say anything. He looked at Sundame, waiting for him to continue. Sundame's face became serious, and he said in a deep voice, I want you to deal with Danza. To deal with Danza. Hiro had some guesses in his heart before coming here, but he was still a little stunned after hearing what Sundame said. Sundame wanted to deal with Danza. The relationship between these two has always been weird, but Hiro was a little surprised. Sundame has taken the lead to deal with Danza. It seems that something happened between the two. Otherwise, Sundame wouldn't ask Hiro to do something like this. Looking at Hiro's questioning eyes, he sighed and said, I was assassinated a few days ago. After investigating this matter thoroughly, I found that all assassination team members were from Root. Sundame Hokage was assassinated. Hiro's heart filled with shock, but then he remembered that in the original work, Yamato had tried to assassinate Sundame under Danza's order, but in the end, he left the Root with Kakashi's help and joined the Anbu. And now something similar to that situation has occurred. Danza tried to assassinate Sundame just like in the original work. After returning from the Hidden Mist battlefield, Hiro heard the relationship between Danza and Uchiha clan has become tenser recently. Sundame will certainly not let this good opportunity go from his hand, and he will use this opportunity to weaken Danza's power. And even if Danza knew that Sundame was trying to weaken his power, he could only watch angrily. Trying to assassinate the Sundame Hokage is like playing with fire, and the consequences will be very tragic for Danza. Although Danza tried to assassinate Sundame Hokage in the original work, it wasn't at this period. Hiro finally understands why Sundame called him back. This matter is very critical. Hiro, as Anbu deputy captain, is indeed the most suitable for this task. Hiro nodded and said, "I won't let you down, Sundame-sama." In fact, Hiro understood what Sundame was thinking about. If Danza assassinates Hiro one day, just like Sundame, Hiro would definitely deal with Danza immediately. Danza threatened Sundame Hokage's life, which touched the bottom line of Sundame. "I don't know what Sundame-sama wants to do?" Hiro asked. "There aren't many strong ninjas in Konoha now. Orochimaru and Danza have been very close recently, Tsunade doesn't accept Konoha's arrangements, and Jiraiya is wandering in the ninja world, so Sundame Hokage can only rely on Hiro. As for Minato, he is far away on the cloud battlefield. So now he can only rely on Hiro. Sundame trusts Hiro very much at the moment. Hiro and Tsunade have a teacher-student relationship, and this is the benefit of having a good teacher." Sundame said to him with a serious voice, "For now, I will remove Danza's position as the leader of Root. Dismiss Danza's position." Hiro was a little bit surprised in his heart, but he understood what Sundame was trying to do. Sundame is still fighting for power with Danza. After realizing Danza's dark ambitions, he didn't want him to have such massive power under his hand. After hearing Sundame's plan, Hiro nodded slightly. "I understand. I will leave this task to you," Sundame said with a gentle voice, "and the reason why I want you to do this. Because at the moment in Konoha, only you are strong enough to do this task. Dealing with Danza. It is one of a few things that Hiro will never refuse. The relationship between Danza and him isn't good, and besides, he never liked Danza. But Hiro knows the assassination wasn't the only reason for Sundame's serious action. Sundame wants to use this opportunity to expand his power and influence in Konoha. Hiro was very clear about this, but he didn't say anything. He nodded and said, "Don't worry, Sundame-sama, I know what to do. Then I will leave this task to you." "You have my full support," Sundame said earnestly. "Thank you." Hiro nodded. Sundame immediately wrote a position transfer document and gave it to Hiro. Hiro looked at the document in his hand, then nodded slightly. After reading the document thoroughly, Hiro knew that Sundame was very determined about dismissing Danza from his position. Hiro didn't care, and in fact, he was even happy seeing Danza suffering such a significant loss. He had some enmity with Danza a long time ago. With Danza's personality, he won't forget what Hiro did so quickly. Danza will create trouble for Hiro sooner or later. Since Danza will try to make things hard for him anyway, then he won't care about offending Danza anymore. To deal with people like Danza, one must use strong and ruthless methods. After receiving the transfer order, he didn't hesitate and went straight to the Root's secret base. Root's secret base is located underground. The Root is Konoha's most strict, secretive, and mysterious group of ninjas working only for Danza, and it's even more secretive than the Anbu. Hiro has arrived at the underground entrance of the Root's secret base. Hiro was standing inside a cave at the moment, which was also the secret base entrance. There was no one inside the cave, but after walking for a few minutes walked in, Hiro saw guards. There were 5 guards in total. All of them were wearing animal masks, and a gloomy chakra surrendered these ninjas. They all looked at Hiro. One of them said coldly, "Stop here, this is one of Konoha's secret bases, no one can come here, go back otherwise, kill." HMPH, staying in the dark all the time affected your mind. You can't even differentiate between good and evil. After hearing his arrogant and cold voice, Hiro immediately became unhappy. The root ninja's personality is very emotionless and cold. Hiro felt pity for them. Danza put a curse seal on their bodies and controlled them like puppets for many years, which turned them into real puppets. Your attitude, Hiro said with a calm voice, makes me very unhappy. Is he Konoha's starlight? Seems to be. Among these 5 root ninjas, some of them recognized Hiro, which surprised them very much. Konoha's starlight. Needless to say, with Hiro's current achievements, almost everyone in the Konoha village knows about Konoha's starlight, but what surprised these root ninjas was Hiro's face. He looked like a 9-year-old kid, just as the rumors say, which completely shocked them. The meaning of Konoha's starlight is very self-evident. After knowing the identity of the visitor, these root ninjas became a little vigilant. One of them took a few steps forward and said coldly, "Konoha's starlight, I don't know why did you come here. But this is Root's secret base, and even with your identity, you aren't allowed to enter, no allowed to enter without Danza-sama's permission." "Oh, are you sure?" Seeing their cold attitude, Hiro became angrier. Anyway, he didn't come here as a guest nor friend, and he came to dismiss Danza from the root leader position, which means Danza's hatred will reach its peak, and they will be sworn enemies. Hiro looked at them calmly and said faintly, "Then, according to Danza's instructions and rules, even Sundame-sama can't get in or out of the root secret base without Danza's permission. He is courageous." "You." A light flashed in Root Ninja's eyes. Hiro caught a loophole in his words after saying that, and he didn't know how to answer him. However, just as Hiro said, the Root members are Danza's puppets, and they are only taking orders from Danza because Danza binds each member with curse seals. And this is why Danza has so much power in Konoha. Because Danza holds the life of every root member in his hand, they don't dare to betray him. Danza has so much power under his hand, but Sundame previously closed his eyes about these facts. And that's because Sundame still thinks of him as a friend and an old team member. But he has never thought that Danza would assassinate him, which made him act on Danza. "What if I insist?" Hiro said with a serious voice. Hiro's voice became a little loud, and his attitude became very tough. Seeing Hiro's tough attitude, the root ninja was stunned, but preventing others from entering the secret base is his job. If he didn't do it properly, he would be punished, so the root ninja said in a cold voice, "I am sorry, go back. You can't enter without Danza-sama's permission." Then the 5 root ninjas stepped forward and completely surrendered Hiro from all sides. It was evident that they wouldn't let Hiro enter the secret base. Their eyes were chilling as they looked at Hiro, and they were ready to attack him if he took another step forward. Genjutsu, Tree Binding Death. Hiro didn't want to waste his time with these puppets, so he directly used Genjutsu. Inside the Genjutsu space, a giant tree appeared behind the ninja who was talking to just now. Countless branches grew from the trees toward the ninja and then tied up his whole body to the tree. These branches almost strangled him. The root ninja was completely bound to the tree inside the genjutsu space, but outside the genjutsu, he completely lost control over his body and fell to the ground. This is genjutsu. The other 4 ninjas were shocked. They didn't expect that Hiro would be strong at genjutsu, and one of their team members fell in a blink of an eye. One of the 4 ninjas pulled out his sword and rushed toward Hiro, and slashed his sword at him. Heiken, Zukikage. He was trying to slash Hiro's body, but the moment his sword reached Hiro's body, it directly passed through it, as if he cut the air. He was stunned. Not only him, but the other 3 were also looking at Hiro with shock. What the hell was that? But they didn't notice that when the sword was about just slashing Hiro's body, his pupils turned into a 6-pointed star, then used Kamui to avoid the attack. After Hiro used Kamui, their faces changed. They didn't expect that Hiro has such wired ninjutsu. The sword passed through his body. This is impossible. Why did my attack pass through his body? This doesn't seem right. What kind of ninjutsu he used? The 4 ninjas were stunned. They were in a dilemma. No matter how much they thought, they couldn't figure out what kind of ninjutsu did Hiro used. Suppose Hiro can ignore all their attack. Then they are in big trouble. The more they thought about it, the more scared they became. Didn't you guys learn in the ninja school that being distracted in the battle may kill you? As Hiro said coldly, his body flashed and appeared the 4 ninjas from behind, and then he raised his hand. Chidori. As Hiro used Chidori, a loud chirping sound came. His right was covered with a dense electric current. The chirping sound started getting louder and stronger. As Hiro continued injecting more chakra into his right hand, the blue electric current started hitting everywhere around Hiro. The electric current range covered the 4 ninjas completely, and the electric current completely paralyzed their bodies instantly. Right now, they couldn't move an inch, let alone resist Hiro's next attack. Damn! These root ninjas were completely scared. Although they can't move, they still can hear, see and think. Is this strength of Konoha's starlight? You're too weak. Hiro shook his head and said. Let's end this boring fight, shall we? Hiro's body moved at a breakneck speed. In an instant, he kicked all 4. Hiro used one of his favorite taijutsu that he learned from Tsunade, Heaven Kick of Pain. All 4 people were sent flying more than 10 meters away and then fell heavily to the ground like dead dogs. That's it guys, hope you like the video. Make sure you like, share and subscribe the channel. And also tell me your recommendation in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.